when I touch down. Got a whole series on lockdown. If they looking for me, tell them pipe down. We up to the test. You want hang with the best. We had direct take. Let's go.
What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your boy LaShawn, Shady McCoy, with the true only one, DeSean Jackson.
101 in the building. What's going on, man?
Back to 2510. Great episode last one, right? But this one is going to be a little different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, normally we have some fun, we joke about it, but it's a tougher topic, right? More serious. Something that's happened with Puff Daddy. There's been a lot of allegations that's been popping up.
Yeah.
But there was no real proof, no real evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a surface this weekend that was a video in the hotel where Puffy was coming out, right, with Cassie. She goes to the elevator trying to leave the room, and then he storms out in a towel,
Right.
and he starts assaulting her, right, grabbing her by her head, kicking her on the floor. Let's dive into that. I want to know, like, how you feel about that.
Man, first of all, I want to, say this and say this strongly. We don't condone men hitting women.
No.
First and foremost, that's a huge no-no. I was raised in an upbringing in a home of love and nurturing, and women are, they're delicate to us. As a man, we're their protectors. So this is a tough topic. I don't, like to really touch on people's personal beings and personal business when you're in a relationship and when you're with a woman and a man, because what goes on behind closed doors, we never know what goes on in people's household.
Respect.
But obviously, this particular topic has been public. It's a video. This I think happened years ago, and now finally it's surfaced.
2016 is when the video was actually happened.
Right. So it's surfaced now, and for me, I can't respect it. I can't condone it. I've met him a few times. I've never known it to be nothing this serious. But from me and a younger guy that's looked up to you as far as in the community, it's just very hurtful to me to be able to see you act like this and lash out. So yeah, man, it's disgusting, bro.
So over the weekend, the video came out, and it was crazy because when Ray Rice got his situation, where him and his wife got into it, and he assaulted her in the elevator, there was no video.
Right.
So the NFL knew about it, people knew about it, and he got in trouble, but not the trouble he got once the video came out. So I want to ask you, when you first seen the video, what was your first reaction?
Man, my first reaction when I first saw the video, I actually got a DM from my little cousin, and I got sisters, I got a mother, I got aunties. I don't have a daughter yet, but the first thing I thought was how disgusted I would be if somebody did that to my sister, my mother, or somebody that I loved.
Yeah.
So for me, I never been a man, like I done been in situations that I've done things that I regret, but I've never been in a situation where I've hit a woman like she was a man. And in that video, the way he fired on her and the way he kicked her down, like, come on, bro. Like, how are you a man sitting here doing that to a woman that's basically trying to leave? She's trying to leave, and you running like with your towel, and you running down like, that's just crazy to me, bro. So, I mean, for me, that's what I felt. Honestly, like, what was your impression on that when you saw it?
Yeah, I was sick. To be honest, I didn't think it was real at first. This can't be real.
What you mean?
So a friend sent it to me, right? Like, yo, Diddy, his ass is gone.
So you heard about it before you
heard about
seen it? Yeah.
I'm like, what video?
You ain't believe it.
Are you crazy?
Right.
So then once I seen the video, I'm like, oh my God, this is him.
Yeah.
And it was like a monster, right?
Right.
And it was devastating to even watch. I can't believe a guy like that would be doing that. And then let's be honest, right? You from the West Coast, I'm from the East Coast, but Puff Daddy, Sean Puffy Combs is a legend. And it's like you always try to protect the legend. Even when he was going through this and that, I was like, well, maybe some of it is true. Maybe it's a money grab, right? But I never want to say, yo, he was wrong.
Right.
That's the first time I said, yo, Puffy is dead wrong. And I got a daughter, right? And I'll be damned if I let somebody put their hands on my daughter, no matter who it is, what they got.
Right.
But I will say this. Because I got to be honest, right? I do therapy twice a week. I told you that. So I look at things a little differently, right? And a friend of mine's Ray Rice. When that stuff happened, we was cool. When that stuff happened with him and his wife, he punched her and he put her to sleep in the elevator. I want everybody to remember, he put her to sleep in the elevator. He's dragging her out the elevator once she was gone. And I felt funny about it. Like, I can't be cool with this dude, right? Now I'm younger at the time, but I can't be friends with a guy like that. And then I fast forwarded. He goes to all these different things, seminars, talking to the young adults about how to make the right decisions, because the wrong decisions you make, your reactions, soon something happens, you react to it, and how to, be more patient. And he talks about how he went through all this therapy, all these different things, right? And then I finally see him again. I'm like, damn, bruh, it's different now.
Right.
So I will say this, like, as much as, we want to throw rocks at Puff for what he did, because he deserves it, right? But there's another side of if a brother can get help, right, and know he's wrong, and how can he get better as a person, we got to forgive him the same way, because there's things that, now I've never done anything like that, what Puff did, but there's things I've done that was wrong, that I asked God for forgiveness, right? I'm sure you've done things. We all have done things we ask for forgiveness. I just want everybody to look at him in the same light, like, yo, if this was my son, this was my nephew, right? This was my husband, whatever it may be. I want them to get the right set of help to be a better person. The same way that Ray Rice, from when he punched his wife, right, to now, anybody that knows him will say he's two different people now.
Yeah, but I say in that sentence, it takes time for someone to understand that, to forgive you, for you to go out there and kind of go to these seminars, to these events, have speech and engagements, like you said, actually seek real help.
That's right.
So I think right now the apology and the forgiveness he wants from people, he's not going to receive that right now. But I want to interject on this situation right here, and this why I don't really respect it, is because I feel like when all these allegations came out, all these headlines came out, when the feds breached his house, raided his house, Miami, LA, he still was on Instagram. Even though he did go under the radar for a little bit, it was times he would pop out and basically put stuff on Instagram like, y'all will see, only time will tell, I'm innocent, I didn't do nothing, I'm innocent. Like, he's been preaching this innocent thing for a long time. And in my eyes, it's like, if you know you innocent, or you feel you so innocent, why are you sitting here saying all these things, but now this video's out, now you want to kind of try to get behind the video and you want to apologize? So I don't agree with I don't agree with the apology, but I don't necessarily.
Oh, the one he had on Instagram?
I don't necessarily believe the apology, and that's my reason behind me not believing the apology. What do you feel about the apology?
So what DeSean was talking about is was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Yesterday, Sean Puffy Combs had a apology on Instagram. He was saying he was sorry, he was in a dark place, and et cetera, asking for sorrow. I didn't buy the apology, so you are right about that. It was too soon, right? And I'm a big believer in, like, I don't want to hear your words, man. Show me your actions, right? We talked about Ray Rice. He showed action. Right. We had a good friend of ours, right, OG of ours, Michael Vick, right? He was fighting dogs, right? And he spent almost 2 years in jail. And I remember all the creditors were trying to get the money back from him, from the contracts, stuff he might have owed. And this dude didn't file for bankruptcy. He didn't do it. What he did was he had a plan to pay back every creditor that he owed, which most people don't do. And he said, I don't want to, do people wrong because they didn't do me wrong. Right. But the thing with Vic was, after he did his jail time, he had a community service he had to do. He did his community service, and he didn't stop. He kept going and making more awareness of making the right decisions, why you shouldn't fight dogs. All around the world, he kept doing this, right? That's a sign of action. Yeah. So with Puffy, I don't want to hear no apology on Instagram. That's like the lowest you can do is Instagram, right? I want to see action. Like, what are you doing to show you sorry? Are you seeking out help? Are you doing therapy, right? Are you having meetings with, women that have been abused, that maybe, because a lot of things, I feel like sometimes I'll do something to somebody in my head not knowing that I'm really hurting them. Now, obviously, you physically hurting somebody, you know you're wrong. Yeah. But it sounds crazy, but he might not know the real damage that he's really doing to women and people.
But you know right from wrong. When you physically hit a woman, or right from wrong, like, there's nowhere in this universe that you putting your hands on a woman, or you dragging a woman, or you putting your feet on a woman, bro.
Well, I was speaking more in general, because so you talked about him saying he was sorry. Now the part with hitting Cassie, you can't excuse that. Right. But there was so many allegations that he was drugging women, that he was messing with younger, underage women. Right. All these allegations on him.
But now that this has kind of came out, it's like now it leads you to believe a lot of this other stuff may possibly be true. We don't know. I'm just saying possibly. I mean, because you're running from the situation. But at the end of the day, nevertheless, His legacy.
His legacy.
Where does his legacy go from here?
That's a great question.
Because in my eyes,
and we're talking about Puffy though.
We're talking about P. Diddy that owned Revolt, that owned all these daily all these liquor companies. Like, this is the mogul. He was damn near at $1 billion.
Bro, I think he was a billionaire. And another thing about Puff is that, especially in our background, right, being a young black man in America,
right.
You look at somebody like Puffy, like inspiration, like damn, that's what we can do.
For sure.
He went from making music, right, to actually doing, like you talked about, owning Revolt, owning these liquor, like all these different things he's doing. And you look at him to like, damn, I can be that one day. Yeah. And now
it's tarnished.
So legacy wise, I don't know if you could come back from this.
I don't see how you can.
I don't think the legend could come back. But I do think that as a person, I think that he could come back as a person. I don't know about the legacy part. Because my thing is if he goes and tries to change his life around by doing the right things, now you can't have change if you want change.
He like 55. You talking about when he turned 70?
Man, he ain't dead.
I'm just saying. It's going to take at least 10, 15 years. Maybe. I mean, he ain't going to, in 2 to 3 years, he ain't going to be back dancing on TV.
No. Yeah, that's over. Because nobody who wants to hire that.
Yeah.
But he could be an advocate for them type of things. You know what I mean? Hitting women and all that. Violence, how to be a better person. Like all them type of things you can do.
Yep.
And we don't want you getting paid for it.
Right.
This got to be from your heart.
For sure.
So, and he call himself Be Love and all that.
Yeah, the love, I don't see.
So he got to show us.
He changed his name to Brother Love.
Man, he got to show us now because
Brother Love, man, you disappoint the culture, man, and you know, we praying for you. I know everybody at this point is turning their back on you, but at the end of the day, I hope you learn from that situation and you get better from it and you heal, brother, and don't hurt women. At the end of the day, we love our women and our queens are everything we have. So with that being said, you know, we don't want to touch on that topic too much. You know, it's a very insensitive topic, but let's drop it, man. You know, the second topic of the day, man, that 2024 season.
Yeah, I can't
wait.
They
dropped the schedule. What you feel about our Eagles?
And you got the right color on.
What you feel about our Eagles? We got that money green. You know, we got new deals and all. You know, it's coming in, man.
You know what it is, though? Real talk. Yo, we need to. So I reached out to Howie. I said, yo.
Brazil?
Now, Howie is the GM for the Eagles. I said, look, me and DeSean Jackson.
Brazil?
We coming to the first game.
Brazil?
I said, I got to see my Spanish people out there in Brazil.
25-10?
Yeah.
Wow.
We going to the game. You crazy?
Hey, man. I don't know, man.
I'm thinking, though, that's a good game. You got
the Packers.
This is the thing about the NFL, though. The NFL got 3 things they care about. They care about the players, obviously. That's why you got the NFLPA trying to get better with the safety.
Overseas.
And all that. And they want that money.
That overseas money.
Why the hell we going to Brazil? And why they pick the Eagles? Because they know we like that.
Hey, 2 teams that wear this green I got on today, man. The Packers and the Eagles, man. So to kick it off, what's the prediction, man? Because I know the schedule came out. We got the Ravens. We got the Steelers. We got the Browns. And we got that other team over there, Cincy. So
you know what? I will say this, though. I'm happy about the first game in Brazil with the Packers. I like some good game because Jordan Love is nice.
Jordan Love is
nice. And I'm waiting to see what Jalen Hurts. What's up with him?
This year is a big year
for
Jalen Hurts.
I'm going to keep it so honest on this show today. Jalen Hurts is a phenomenal player.
He let us down. He let us down last year.
I got to see it, though.
Yeah, he let us down.
You know what?
He got paid. He got paid on he took the foot off the gas. Just
man, I don't know where the foot was at. I know where his game was at, and it wasn't good. I do think this. I think that we kind of pushed the pressure on him because he got the money. Yeah. Let's just play Eagle football. We're going to run this ball.
Yep.
We got 2 outstanding wide receivers on the outside.
For sure.
Defense should be better this year. And now we got Saquon freaking Barkley in the back.
Yeah, we like
so
that.
Jalen Hurts is good, but let him.
Let the people around you help you out.
Yeah, because that's what it was his biggest year.
And that's what we talked about, too. I feel like they kind of got away from that. Like his first 2-3 years, his first 2 years, obviously coming in.
He's young.
He was young. You know, you expect that, but the past year, I mean, obviously on making it to the Super Bowl, losing in the Super Bowl, you got to steer. But obviously, we don't want to just get through. We want to win. We need them, you know what I'm saying? We need them big rings. But for me, I think this year is going to be a great year for them. I think sky's the limit, honestly. Like right now, if I would project it, I would say the Chiefs.
Okay, there we go.
I would probably say the Eagles, the Ravens, and honestly, I know this might sound a little crazy.
What you got?
But I like the Chargers.
I hate your picks.
You hate all of them?
All of them. Kendrick Lamar, I hate all of them. Look, let me do it for you. The Chiefs.
Uh-huh. That's one. So you can't say you hate all my picks.
The Detroit Lions. Number 2.
Over the Eagles?
Man, I'm going to order, dog. I'm going to order. I'm just being honest. Number 3, I'm going with the Niners.
I like that.
And then I'm going to go with the Ravens. And then the Eagles.
Yeah.
How that sound?
Okay, well, mine wasn't necessarily in order, but I like that. But I ain't gonna lie. I think the 49ers are gonna struggle this year.
For real?
I think so, bro. I think so.
I don't know. Kyle Shady is his mother.
And this is the reason why I say that, because I feel like they almost at their peak now, and I feel like a lot of guys over there is looking for that new money.
But they ain't losing nothing though.
The DN. They lost him on the other side of Bosa.
Chase Young?
I mean, Chase Young, they lost him on the other side of Bosa.
I mean, I like Chase.
Chase Young, he got a motor.
What'd he do this?
I mean, he played some good ball. Let's not just act like he didn't do anything. He played some good ball. But I just see it as this, where they got
like
money
Chase.
issues over there, and they're not able to take care of a lot of people. You hear about Debo want to leave. You know, he want a new deal.
He locked in, though.
He is, but he took a deal 2 years ago, and now these dudes is making 25 and 28, 27 a year.
Look, man, unless you
know how that dude, though. Just be real. In the locker room, you know that affects guys, bro, and team.
Unless you ball in a certain way, you can't ask for that right now. When you was doing the DeSean Jackson numbers and you was underpaid, that's different.
Right.
But Debo ain't killing. He was hurt a lot last year. You know what I'm saying? He a good player, but we got to – let me ask you this question, though, because me and you both was dead wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
They did us wrong in Philadelphia, right? Chip Kelly did.
Right.
And now look at Saquon Barkley coming from the Giants. They did him wrong, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Brian Daboll.
Didn't even offer him a deal.
They didn't even offer him a contract.
Right.
I call it a revenge game.
Yeah.
Right? Let's play this game for a second.
Devil's advocate.
On the whole schedule, is there any revenge game that you anxious to see?
I'm honestly go to November 14th.
Who that is?
The first Thursday night game, the Philadelphia Eagles host the Washington Commanders. And I was a part of that game before when
you talking about when you played?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay,
I'm talking about this year.
Oh, but who?
They play on Thursday Night Football on November 14th.
Okay.
The Eagles host the Commanders. And what I'm telling you is I'm reverting back now to when I was playing, because I left Philly and I went in division to play their ass twice a year because I was pissed off at Chip Kelly. And I'm like, you know what? You going to release me? I'm going in division, and I'm going to play your ass twice a year, and every time I play, I'm going to come to the sideline, talk to you and anybody else on the defense, and I'm going to destroy y'all. So I'm going to highlight that game specifically because I know what I did. And every time I played the Eagles, I lit they on fire.
That's a good one because you did kill us. Man, the first game, what you have? You had some.
I had like 2 touchdowns,
like
a 70-yard touchdown.
What we doing?
I was going crazy. You remember I did this and kicked the Eagles?
Yeah,
I love the Eagles, and they my all-time favorite, but you know that was personal. I was hurt.
I was so mad. But I'm looking at the whole time, looking at Chip like, you caused this. I'm gonna go. I got 2 games I like, right? I'm gonna go revenge game. I'm going Saquon Barkley versus the Giants, right?
Yep.
And then I got a better one for you though. Buffalo Bills and Houston against the Texans.
The Texans.
Stephon Diggs with C.J. Stroud.
Hey, and
against Josh Allen, the Bills.
In Buffalo.
Is it in Buffalo?
I think it's in Buffalo.
No, it's in Houston.
It's in Houston?
It's in Houston. I checked. Yep. That's a great game though, bro.
So
that's how you get back at them.
So who you taking on them 2 games? Who you like to win?
Well, with the Eagles, I'm going with Saquon. I'm a running back. When Chip let me go, or he traded me, I seen him in Buffalo when he's with the Niners. Gave him crazy work. I had 3 touchdowns, 7 yards per carry, like 145 yards, and I didn't even finish the fourth quarter.
I remember they showed a picture. I remember they showed a picture of you walking next to Alonzo. Like, who the fuck is?
Like stop playing with me. Anyway, so I'm going with Saquon to dominate that game, and then I'm gonna go with
Houston or Bills. Houston.
I'm going with Houston, bro.
Houston for sure.
I love Josh Allen though. He's a.
They ain't.
If you played with Josh Allen, bro, oh my God.
Yeah, he like that.
Can I say this?
He got a deep ball.
I ain't gonna get too crazy with it.
What?
If you played with Josh Allen, I won't even say it. I don't want nobody to get mad as the players play with us. Nah, I ain't gonna get mad.
I need to hear it. Pop your shit. We on 25-10 where everything is rolling on in the knee.
You ain't never, ever play with a quarterback like Josh Allen.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm gonna say it like that. And just look at me when I'm telling you this.
Like that?
Because I know.
You like that?
And you play with some really good quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Phenomenal ones. You ain't touched nothing like Josh Allen. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Anyway.
Missing out. I'm missing.
So I'm gonna go with the Texans. They got too much. Good defense, good coach. They bring that winning culture there. C.J. Stroud was phenomenal his rookie season. You know your second year is always your best year. And then you adding a all-pro player to your roster, wide receivers, Stephon Diggs. I love his wide receivers that he does have. I remember we argued about this.
Yeah,
they're good.
Nico and Tank.
They're good. Yeah. Nothing crazy, nothing super special. They're just good talent, right?
Yeah.
Now you bringing the number 1 for real. That no matter what coverages, I can get open.
Right. That's gonna help out the other guys though.
Nah,
It's gonna help out Nico Harris and Tank Dell.
I want to see how he got shot though, right, or something like that.
No, he did get shot, but I think he back. He back from that, and everything is good with him. But go back to a revenge game on you. I want to know about a revenge game on you. Like
how I did?
Yeah, you got to get into it. I need to hear something. How was you feeling that game going into that game?
I hate to brag, but I do like to brag. I gave him 3 touchdowns, $140, 7 yards per carry.
In Philly? I remember you kissed the Eagle.
No, it was in Buffalo. That's the first time I got to play him since he moved on. Yeah. So it was like our first time really getting together.
Right.
And I remember everybody like, are you going to talk to him? I'm like, talk to him?
Yeah.
Nah, we're going to talk on this field.
Yeah.
Yo, I was going on a sideline, spiking the ball, talking crazy.
Right.
But you know how it is. And it's funny because this weekend I got a chance to meet at the NFL like symposium with all the rookies, top rookies, just giving them advice about what to do, not to do. And the first question they asked me was, how did Chip Kelly, true story, because you talk to them, then they ask you questions. And off the topic, they just say, yo, how did Chip Kelly trade you and DeSean Jackson? I said, son, if you know that answer, bro, you'll be worth a lot of money because nobody knows. But speaking on the rookies, right? Are you excited to see any rookie this year? Right? So now the draft is over.
Caleb Williams, man.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see Caleb Williams. He actually has a lot of help. I want to credit the Chicago Bears because in the past I've known to bash y'all. But I want to give y'all a lot of credit, man. Y'all figured it out somehow, some way in this draft. Even before the draft, bringing pieces over. You got DJ Moore from last year. You brought on you brought on Keenan Allen. You got
then they drafted a rookie.
You got the receiver from Washington. So they got Swift. They got some linemen. They got our boy Swift. So I mean, I'm very excited to see what my boy Caleb Williams is going to do. I know him personally, and I think his upside is tremendous. I think his game stands out. I feel like his culture, everything he does outside of the game, I think he's very marketable. So I'm excited to see him in
smart kid.
Yeah.
I met his mother and his father, man. Good supporting cast. So I think that helps with players on the field, but also off the field. I think he'll do well. Any advice though? I would ask you.
Any advice
for any rookie?
For rookie, yeah. I mean, with the advice for the rookies, man, I think first off, when you step through that door, obviously you already stepped through the door. Make your first impression be your best impression. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say that is because you got one shot at this shit, bro. It's a lot of number 1 draft picks.
They'll be bust.
Jamarcus Russell. You know what I'm saying?
I can name a ton.
And I just seen, he was on the pivot, and I just seen his interview. And Jamarcus Russell, I was a fan of Jamarcus Russell when he came from LSU. That was back in my era. I looked up to him, and he was a hell of a quarterback. But I'm saying that to say, you never know what position you're drafted into, and sometimes it might be against the benefit of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes guys just fall into bad situations. So for me, I just say go in there and work hard. Don't really worry about, all the naysayers, the people that's talking bad down on you. You know what I'm saying? Just go out there and go out there and give it your best, man, and really just put it on the field, bro. Whatever you put on that film is going to be what you show out there on Sunday. So just have fun with it. Enjoy the process.
I told him my biggest thing was, when I came to the league, I was just trying to fit in. We had DeSean Jackson, right? We had Donovan McNabb, all these Westbrook, all these players. And I felt like I was the best, right? But when I got to the Eagles locker room, I was small. I just wanted to be part of it. That's the wrong mindset. I told them young boys, if you thought you was a dog before you got here, have that same attitude. When I walk on that field, be respectful, saw the OGs and the vets and all that and the coaches. Yep. But have that swagger like, yo, I'm that guy. I'm him. You got that confidence, you'll be a different player. So I was telling them boys, man, go in there with that confidence.
What you feel like, see, I want to go back a little bit because what do you feel like in your rookie season, since we're giving advice to rookies, what do you feel like is that one thing in your rookie season where you was like, oh, this shit real. Like this the NFL. Like, was there one moment in your rookie career, in your rookie season where you was like, man, I'm really here?
Like I'm nice, or it's like, yo, I'm really
just
like a real moment.
It's a real moment, like you made it and like all the hard work.
I remember when our first preseason game, we went against the I think the Colts or the Patriots. Because I remember I seen Peyton Manning in the preseason game and I seen Tom Brady. Yeah. And I remember like, oh shit. There go Tom Brady. He ran right across me. He's like pregame, warm-ups. Yeah. And he got that, got that dumbass, that run he got.
That little trout.
And he runs past. I'm like, oh, shit, there's Tom Brady. He didn't even look at me. He ran right past me. Like, he didn't even know me. Yeah. I always tell him that. I'm like, yo, man, remember you just walked right past me and when I was a rookie? Like, no, you're tripping, Shady. I knew who you were, baby. You know how he talks.
For sure.
But that was the first moment like, yo, you go from watching these players when you in high school, because he's that old.
Yeah.
College, because he's that old.
Yeah.
Right? Then gets a rookie, he's still the same. Posters on your wall. I had all that. And he did not know who I was. But that was good because that motivated me. Right? I always tell him that, like, yo, you motivate without even knowing it. You going to know who LaShawn McCoy is one day.
For sure.
Right?
Yep.
So now when I was playing with the Eagles, now this is when I'm a player, all pro and all that. Before the games and stuff. Hey, what's up, Shady? How you doing, man? And I'm real cool, like, what's up? But in my head, like, oh, shit, Tom Brady know who I am.
Shit, that's the old shit
You know
moment.
what I mean? So that's probably the old shit moment of making it.
Nah, that's dope, man.
How about you?
That's a great experience. Man, honestly, me, I think the first, it was early in my career because that Sunday night game when I caught that pass and I dropped the ball before the end zone.
Oh, in Dallas?
Yeah,
that was crazy. You look skinny as hell.
Bro, that was the moment where I said, oh, what the hell am I doing? But I think that's like what really cut on for me because it was like I was almost like a kid and it was like these bright lights and I didn't really understand like what the hell was going on. And it was that moment was like, stop fucking around. Like, it's time to tighten up. And I'm glad, like, because regardless if people would call it one of the most bonehead plays in the world, but I know forever people going to know DeSean Jackson.
Wait, real quick. Stay on that. Tell the world that story of because everybody needs a veteran like this. Brian Dawkins.
Yeah,
when that play happened, tell them what happened with that.
So that was later on in the season. So that was not the first mistake. This was the second mistake. So I remember we was playing in Chicago. And I think I fumbled earlier in the game. I think you remember telling me. Hey,
That's all he do.
He was the
Wait. In one game, you don't remember this though. In one game, he made us both fumble like 3-4 times.
That's what I'm telling you.
He got you twice or he got me twice.
Bro, so he's one of the best ever to get the football out, right? So he made me fumble one time earlier in the game. I think I recovered the ball back, got it. So then later on in the game, I'm returning the punt, and I fumbled, and I lost the ball, and they got the ball back, and this was a close game. Boy, I must have went over to the sideline before he ran out on the field because, you know, it was time for the defense to go on the field. It's like he snatched me up. And you know he don't cuss.
And he's strong, too.
He cussed me out without cussing. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Brian Dawkins cussed me out without cussing. He snatched me up because he's very spiritual. He don't really get into all that. But when I tell you that was the most embarrassing time I ever had in my career, it was like I can't even really repeat what he said. But whatever he said, I was like, okay, I ain't going to let that happen again. I ain't fumble the rest of that season. I ain't fumble again. But it just show you, like, you know, in veteran moves, you know what I'm saying? That, you know, when you fumble one time, I tried to get on you, but, you know, you was hard-headed. You ain't really listen, you know. But at the same time, I was like, why you fumbling? Why you holding the ball like, And he was just like, damn, you acting like you perfect. I remember you said,
your memory crash. I said that. Nah, see, it's a problem though.
But you got to learn how to take.
Jack, see, he tell you a story about Dawkins, right? I'm sure Dawkins was cussing him out, but he also gave him some encouraging words like, hey, you know, get better, you know, something like that. With this dude, I fumbled the ball against the Raiders, right?
I remember.
He come like, hey, man, hold on to the goddamn ball. You trying to lose the game for us? What type of leadership is that? What is that? So I say, man, you ain't perfect. You know what I mean? And then we stopped talking for a little bit. But,
hey, yeah, we didn't talk for a couple plays after that.
He the vet. He a year older than me, right? And then he was balling. So I'm like, that's DeSean Jackson. If I fumble the ball, he's walking towards me. I think he about to say, hey, don't worry about it, Rook. Get it next time. He don't say none of that. Hey, what the hell you doing? Hold on to the ball.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all should have
trying to lose the game.
Hey, y'all should have seen how he looked at me though. He really looked at me like he couldn't believe I was really telling him at this moment. He like, man, you acting like you perfect. Like I fumbled. Like shit.
Yo,
hey,
no.
I think, man,
like,
so
it's always good to have a veteran in the room. But let's go to like a guy that's real supportive, man, outside of football, right? The locker room. A dude that we're very familiar with from Philadelphia, right? Mike Rubin.
Mike.
It's crazy how people see Mike Rubin and they're like, yo, man, you know this dude? Now, it's funny because he's a little white guy. And he's around all these tall athletes, big athletes, rappers. Like, who the hell this little white dude right here?
Yeah.
And I always say, yo, that dude is one of the most special people that was put on this earth for young athletes like ourselves, teaching us the game.
For sure.
Can you speak more about Mike Rubin? Because we talked about it earlier, how he's impacted the game by so much.
Yeah. I think Michael Rubin, man, is a GOAT. And, you know, I like to break down reasons why I feel the way I feel and what other better way to give it to you right here on 25-10 for the win. I feel like Michael Rubin has changed the game.
Yeah.
Specifically because he's allowing the player and the athlete to understand the business aspect from the owner.
Yep.
A lot of times, and you know, we've been in a lot of deals. How many? 6 contracts? How many contracts you have?
Like 4.
So 4. I was lucky to have like 6 or 7. So 9 times out of 10, when you're getting these deals done, your agent is usually handling the deals. You don't really know ins and outs. I mean, once the contract is kind of at a point where you agree, like, all right, we just want to know the numbers. And once our agent come back and be like, you getting 4 years, $60 million, we like, all right, bet, cool.
Right.
And then that's when you come and be told, all right, this was in the contract. This is the language. Here, exhibit A, B. So what I'm trying to get y'all to understand is a lot of times we're not really understanding of what's going on in the language in these deals. And I feel like Michael Rubin is allowing specifically myself and other athletes and entertainers to get inside the business. I'm an investor in Fanatics. I was able to get an opportunity to invest in that. A lot of owners are not giving players these deals to get into. And not only are we getting into these deals, he's actually showing us and teaching us the side that, like, the e-commerce side of it is amazing because you have seminars, you're able to sit at the dinners. And I want to touch on this specifically because to be a rookie and to sit in a table and to sit in a room with the Jay-Z and the Tom Brady and really receive the game, like, God, like for me, I was able to get it from Jerry Rice. I don't know before you got into the league who you really sat down and talked to, but Michael Rubin is making it accessible for players to be able to come in this era and understand the business side of it. Yeah. And I just respect it because a lot of guys don't get to hear from the ghost like that.
And you're right, man. Like, it's funny because when I came into the league, I was 20 years old, and I remember going to meet with the agents, going to meet with the teams, and I was just happy to be like, they want me. Right. Wow. But if I knew what I knew now, if I had a guy like Michael Rubin to help me out, where like, yo, you are the business, right? Yep. We want to work with you because who you are. And I feel like as ball players, we don't look at ourselves as a business, right? We look at it as we just still play ball, and it's changing. I watch all the rookies that's with Michael Rubin and how they're owning their own business, how and these contract agreements that they're having and the conversations, they're owning it themselves, right? They want percentages. You look at Marvin Harrison Jr., right? Yeah. And everybody's making a big deal about what he's doing. He's smart. His father played the game for so long. It's like, no. I don't want this the regular deal that you give everybody. Nah, because I'm not regular. I'm the 4th pick overall in the draft. Right? So I want to make these deals worth something. You know what I mean? And like nobody ever talks about getting some type of equity. It's funny, man. Like I look at all these different things that I've been involved in, right? I was one of the first athletes to ever sign with body armor. This is before Kobe even got involved. I think it was me, Grunk, Richard Sherman, and I think James Harden on the basketball side. And it's crazy how I remember they were trying to it was a small deal. It was like I forget the cash value of it. And I was like, they don't give me a couple $500,000-$600,000? Give me that right now. And I remember my dad was like, hold up, man, let's try to get some equity. And they gave me the option. And I'm like, man, no. But the crazy thing is I took some of the cash and I took a small amount of the equity. Now it worked out because once they sold, I made good money. But I remember saying like, damn, instead of making $1 million off of body armor,
you could have made way more.
With the equity side, I could have made way more. Right? And now that these boys with Michael Rubin, he's teaching me, like, look, you don't need the $600,000, bro. Take $200,000 and take way more equity. Right? And I look at that now, it's like, I mean, I made out because I did make $1 million on the equity side, but I could have made way more, Jack.
For sure.
I just didn't know.
I actually seen, it's crazy you talk about the body armor because I seen Kobe invested $6 million into it,
man.
And he made like $300 million. So just to like look at it from that point of view, it's like these companies that we might not know that will be big one day. Like before Uber got big, Uber was a small company, right? And I remember Beyonce specifically did a show, and they offered to give her like equity into Uber, and she took the equity instead of taking, I think it was like $5 million or like a couple million, and then she ended up getting like $50 million on the back end for like taking some equity into Uber. So I think like kids sitting at home, high schoolers, college kids, like understand the business aspect of it. Like, yeah, the cash might be good. Yeah, you might be able to get some cash and take care of your family or go buy some jewelry or buy a car. But at the end of the day, that long-term money and the equity side will play a better beneficial for you in the end. So I think it's very smart, and I think guys like Michael Rubin, you know, I gotta tip my hat off to him because he's able to get the athletes involved in that side of it.
And I think the big thing is like, so with the card, so he's taking over that card business, right?
Yeah,
the trade card,
the trading card. Yep.
And the thing is like, when you making some money on the side and you got some cash flow in your pocket, you are easier to take a equity deal. When you have no cash, it's like, damn, I got to get some money. So I like that he's implementing both, right? Getting some money in these kids' pockets, but also getting them some equity. You know, so Mike Rubin, man, hats off to you, bro. You've been a good friend to me, GOAT. Keep doing it. Keep pushing the culture and teaching these young men about
ownership,
right deals, ownerships, and et cetera.
Man, for sure. NBA playoffs. Ant-Man. Is Ant-Man the new face of the NBA?
Not yet.
Hold on, he just knocked off the defending champion.
I heard. Listen, you won't find a bigger fan of Ant-Man than me, but I keep it real though, right? He got to keep going. He's still young. You beat the defending champs, okay? And
22 years old.
man, listen. He has the potential right now. So first of all, let me just paint the picture for you. In sports, everybody loves a storyline, right? Mm-hmm. The Timberwolves been bad for a long time, right? Mm-hmm. They finally get their first round draft pick, Ant-Man. Yep. He's learning the game, right? Cool. They got Anthony Carl Towns with him. They got Rudy Gobert. They got all these players. Sure. They get a veteran, Mike Conley. So they got a solid team now, right?
All right.
They sweep the Suns, Booker, Bill, and Kevin Durant.
KD
I didn't see that.
Got them out of there.
Okay, sweep them. The defending champs is next in Denver. All right.
Up 2-0.
You go to Denver.
2-0.
You beat him 2-0, right? You go home and you lose both games.
2.
So now it's all right. What the is going on?
Yeah.
Then they lose another game, right? So now they down 3-2.
3-2.
Ant-Man turns it on, right? And they win.
2 in a row.
So now you going to play Mavericks in Dallas, right?
You got
Kyrie
your boy
Irving,
Kyrie.
you got Luka.
Luka.
My thing is, if he goes to the finals, bro, now we could put him in that light of, yo, there's a new face on this planet, and his name is Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards.
I got to stop you, though.
What's up?
2 in a row versus the defending champions? I mean, even if he don't win, I'm just saying, come on, because I got to play devil's advocate here. Okay. Even if he doesn't win versus the Dallas Mavericks and Kyrie and Luka, he just went 2 games to beat the defending champions to send them home after he went in their locker room after Game 6 and told them, after he went in their locker after Game 6 and told the Denver Nuggets and they media, I'm coming to Denver, Game 7. And I'm sending y'all home.
Ant-Man, I ain't gonna lie, he's from the old school, though. He ain't with all that cool friend stuff. He talked that talk, and he walked that walk.
Yeah.
I love everything he's doing. All I'm saying is, if he don't win the championship, it's not the end of the world, right?
Yeah,
but I think it puts
he's still young.
No, what I'm saying, if going to the, let's say he don't win, right? I'm not gonna win because I want the Mavericks to win, but I love Ant-Man.
Right.
So I can win either way.
For sure.
What I'm saying is, if he don't win the championship, right, and lose to the Mavericks, he puts the whole league on alert. Like, yo, it's a new face here.
For sure.
Now, I can't call you the face if you don't win.
Right.
But it is a new face. Michael Jordan, they like to compare him to him, right?
Yeah.
I think they do have that competitive nature.
For sure.
I see all the time, right? From Mike to him.
They game is very similar.
What I say is, Mike, from day one, Mike came in and dropping buckets, right? And I feel like even before Mike Jordan won a championship, he was the best player in the league, right? And we kind of gave him the face, but he didn't really earn and be the face until what he do, Jack? So he won a championship.
Right.
Right? Because
sure.
you still had the Mavs, you still had Isaiah, the Bird was still, right?
Right.
If he wins, if he finally gets a championship in the next 2-3 years, it's his face, it's his league.
Yeah, I think, honestly, I don't want to say I disagree with you because I feel you, but at the same time, whatever. I think they're the most dangerous team in the NBA right now.
I agree.
Right now.
Why you feel like that? I want to hear what you think.
Honestly, I just feel like they got an eager to them right now. Like they're hungry. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they went on the road. They played the defending NBA champions. So for me, I feel like the Celtics are always gonna be the Celtics. They lost last year, so I feel like they still got fire.
I don't hear about Celtics.
Because at the end of the day, my Lakers and them are tied for 17 NBA titles.
Every year they always good.
No,
every year always got a good record.
They are, and they gonna always get to the finals and lose.
Right.
So for me, I just feel like I'm gonna be real. Indiana, they whatever. I mean, they really beat a team that was hurt, but they struggled with a team that was really hurt, had a lot of players out. So, I mean, the Mavericks are a good team, but it's just times where I've kind of seen them like this. Like I haven't seen them play that top basketball. So for me right now, I think the Timberwolves are the team to beat.
Do you think the Timberwolves might be too big for the Mavs? Because
I mean, they're very linky. Pause if you want me to do that, but they're
because I was thinking like
Gobert and Towns. I mean, Daniels.
Jokic talked about it. He was like, yo, like they have everything. They have everything to win a championship. They got the height. They got 2 7-footers. Right. Now, even though I feel like old boy from France, Rudy, is just he's some Tommy.
Yeah.
Because this is what I don't like. How the hell? Because I almost want to curse him so mad.
Right.
How are you 7 foot? You the defensive player of the year, right?
Sure.
And on the other side, the MVP of the league is placed. Y'all play the same position. Now, why are you not guarding him? Why you not guarding him?
Right.
So I will say this. I do think they have a great matchup because they have 2 7-footers, and then
Sure.
Anthony Towns, he can play like a guard for real, right? So you can spread the floor enough.
Yep.
And then you got Ant-Man playing how he's playing. I think McDaniels plays a good defense as a two-way player, shoots a three, solid enough. They got a good team. But I will say this. The way that the Mavericks play, bro, they playing good defense too. And they are running, and they got 2 elite scorers. So I was wondering, like, who the hell was going to guard Luka? Because he going to get everybody in foul trouble.
Yeah, Reed. I think Reed could guard him a little bit. I'm not saying could stop him, but Reed's going to be.
Reed is doing good too.
Throw a body at him, Reed. You got McDaniels that could, throw a body at him. Gobert, I wouldn't even.
Hold on,
Kyrie.
So that means who gonna guard?
No,
Ant-Man can guard Kyrie though. He said that. Yo, hold on. After he won the game,
it's gonna be tough.
After he won the game, he said, "Yo, and my matchup is gonna be Kyrie Irving."
But that's what I'm saying. Then who's gonna guard him? Who gonna guard Ant-Man?
I think who you got DJ.
Man, ain't nobody guard. That's the mismatch.
Or you got PJ Washington that might guard him.
That's PJ. All right, he ain't playing D that much. But you know,
no, but hold on. Now you right, but I feel like in boxing, right, and even in football, you have a scout team in football, right, to mirror the opposition.
Right.
In boxing, you sparring, right? You fighting Canelo. We gonna get a Mexican here that's similar to Canelo. Now you don't obviously get the same guy, but similar.
all right.
They just had a guy in SGA that is went against, who's a top elite scorer.
He is.
I would probably say I like Ant-Man more than I like SGA, but as an offensive scorer, I might go with SGA. He gives buckets out. So what I'm saying is, they just went against elite.
Style play is a little different. Frame's a little different. Like he's
That's
more,
true. No,
he's
that's
more. Him and Kyrie are around the same height. But like Ant-Man, that's a disadvantage. Like if this is why I love Ant-Man. Ant-Man is a beast.
Dog.
He not just scoring. He's playing D. He remind me of Kobe or like Jordan, like on the D. I don't care if I just gave you buckets. I'm on the other side and I'm D'ing shit up. So at the end of the day, I just feel like he got that eager that a lot of these, like that's the real way to play basketball.
Yeah, right.
This new era basketball, I'm chilling on defense. I ain't playing defense. Like that shit is sorry to me. So I respect him because he's playing defense. But
he did say that though. He said I had Jamal Murray cuffed up, locked up. You see him say that?
he was running. Jamal Murray didn't want it. I seen at the end of the game yesterday, Jamal Murray didn't even want to shoot the three. He's sitting around waiting, bro. It's a minute left, bro. Go shoot the damn three, bro. You about to fucking lose the game. So at the end of the day, I'm going to just call my pick. I'm taking the Timbs. I'm taking the Timberwolves in the series, and I'm going to take them in 6 games. I'm going to go 4-2.
I got to be honest, bro. You might be right, but I'm going with Kyrie Irving and Luka. I just want to see, you know what it is? I love Kyrie Irving's game, bro.
I do too.
Right? And I feel like he gets so much slack for everything he does, right? And this year he's having a positive on the court and off the court. He's been a leader in that locker room with them young dudes. And I think that it's time for him to get a championship.
Who?
Kyrie, another one.
He had one.
No, I'm saying another one.
Another one?
Because if you look at that from the Cavs, what has he been doing?
Yeah.
They keep
he's
picking this.
he's been on different
I want
teams.
Kyrie Irving to get that chip.
I got you. So let's talk about this a little bit. We talked about this a few episodes ago. Kyrie Irving, 14-0 in closing out games. In Game 7, he's 14-0. Speak on that one time. Is it safe to say he's the most talented player in the NBA? Because I know we touched on this.
I already told you this. I mean, we can talk about it again. Yes. Hell yes. I don't know how to say it. Yes. Yeah. He's him. Kyrie Irving. He's the most skilled player I've ever seen. Both hands can shoot, dribble. The crazy thing is, like, I know my set of skill set. Like, so most players I learned when I used to play football, when I would run full speed and just cut on the dime, bang. Most people couldn't do that. They got to slow down. They got to turn. He's the same way, bro. I watched him go up the court sprinting, cut to the left behind the back, then bring it right back to the right layup. I'm like, how can you do that?
Right.
And Kyrie Irving ain't like 6'4", 6'5". He like 6'2". He ain't big. Man, most special player I've ever seen. I won't say he's the best player I've ever seen, but the most skill. Come on, dog.
He got that.
That's why all the players always say, like, yo, his skill set is different.
Right.
And I ain't gonna lie, though. I want to see how Luka plays, because sometimes, I swear, Luka is a phenomenal player, bro. But sometimes I want the ball out of his hands a little bit. Like, he dominates the ball too much. Sometimes you get the ball to Kyrie a little bit more.
You right. I second that.
You want a little wager? You got green on.
What's the wager?
You got green on.
What's the wager? What you talking about?
You feeling froggy?
What you talking about?
We got full car sweep in here. You feeling froggy?
Yeah, what you talking about?
I like the Mavs. Yeah, I like the Mavs.
You like the Mavs?
I like the Mavs. You want to bet 1,000?
Make
You
it
be kind?
Make it light on yourself.
Oh man, look, you know what I do.
Make it light on yourself. I do.
Yeah,
I mean, this ain't Vegas though. You know, shit. This is
and look, and I don't want no points. I don't want no points. I don't want no favors and all that.
bet good 2,000.
Bet.
Bet good 2,000. I got the tens. Hey, Ant-Man, don't let me down, Ant-Man. I got you, my boy.
One thing about Kyrie, they've been there before.
Hey, you right? But, hey, it's love, man. We here for it.
Hey, hold on real quick though. Did you see what shout out to Lil Wayne. You see what Lil Wayne said about Jokic?
Hey, Lil Wayne the fool. He said, man, I don't know what games y'all used to looking at, but y'all say he got like the old man's game or like the old school game. He was like, he got the old school game before the old school game. He said he missed that era, so I don't know. I did see that though. Lil Wayne said he don't like Jokic.
I think this is what I learned about Lil Wayne because he works as Fox too though, right? He's a crazy sports fan. So Wayne be knowing the sports. A lot of rappers.
Yeah.
They act like they know. They don't be knowing. Wayne know though. Right. He know who good or not. So I think he was just trolling, being funny. And if you really watch how Jokic play, I mean, he kind of right. He do like a guy from the YMCA, right? Right? Like.
But the good guy from the YMCA.
He can't really dribble, but you're not gonna take the ball from him. Right?
He gonna make the shot.
He shoots the ball here and there. Shots. Right? And then he backs you all the way down. He can't really jump, can't really dunk. Yeah. But here and there he dunks. He backs you all the way down. He makes the no look pass.
He got the little teardrop.
He got a game
he got
like
the teardrop on point.
That's somebody grandpa that actually was good. Got the only thing he missing is some high ass shorts, some long ass socks, and some Converse sneakers. He would be an old school player.
No, I agree.
But I ain't gonna lie, we can't act like Jokic ain't.
Yeah, but I don't
best
know.
player on the planet,
but
bro.
Why do you think Lil Wayne said he don't like him though? Why? Like, cause Jokic, I feel like you might not really like his game ain't gonna stand off to like where like, oh my God, he did some crazy shit. But at the end of the day, he's fundamentally sound.
Yeah, good.
You know, he can play at the top of the key. He can shoot
and he competes.
He can back down. He competes. Like he's a dog. Like I would say he's a dog. So so why would you think? Why would you think Lil Wayne said he don't like him? Like
it's the way. You know, if you know Lil Wayne, you see him. He at the courtside games. He's seen a lot of players over the years. He didn't play with he didn't watch the KGs, the Shaqs. He didn't watch freaking Kobe's, LeBron.
He probably still bitter from us getting swept last year because you know you're a Laker fan,
right? Well, I'm just saying overall, he's been seeing so many talented players, and you look at Jokic. To me, he's not super talented. Like if you ask me who's more talented than him and Embiid, right? I think Embiid's way more talented than him. Now, if you ask me who's better.
Who's had more success?
No, but if you ask me who's better, I'm going to say Jokic. He's a better player. But we've seen tons of guys that's more talented. Yeah. Jerry Rice, you talked about him? Yeah. I can imagine receivers more talented than Jerry Rice.
For sure.
They're not better. So I just look at when you watch Jokic play, sometimes they can be a little boring because you're used to seeing high flying and all that. He's not that.
Right. You're not going to get that out of him. So, I mean, I think this last topic, man, this is one of your favorites, man. We're going to talk about 50 Cent, man.
50, Bentley,
Hey, look, 50 Cent, man.
Is the GOAT.
It's the big homie, man. I fuck with 50, man. 50 a good dude, but he a troller, man. Like, why you think he troll everybody?
Is he a troll or is he a bully?
All right, yeah, he's a bully.
Yeah, get his name right.
50 Cent is a bully on Instagram, on social media. Let's talk about it, because he said that shit ain't gonna do it. He's like, whatever that shit Diddy did ain't gonna cut it. He said, man, he said, who is advising this man right now? Like, whoever is advising Diddy, why do you got him saying this apology? Like, basically, he just bullying everybody on Instagram. Nah. What you feel about he bullied Meek Mill? He bullied a lot of
Well, Meek kind of started it. Meek said something to him first. Yeah. I mean, I love 50 because he is who he is. And he ain't changed since 2001 when he dropped Get Rich or Die Trying to 2024. Right? And I think the thing with 50 is, like, he's learned to, go from a rapper, right, to actually a businessman. And he's the best at marketing. So even all the stuff he's doing, we might say it's trolling or bullying, it's marketing. Because we going to watch that show. Right. All his shows he got, we going to watch all of them. And another thing about 50 Cent I love is that he's transparent. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like he a funny dude to watch. Like, he talk about this dude, Puff Daddy. He been on Puffy for years. He been calling us out with Puffy. For sure. Right? Then you move on. Then his baby mom say he did something to her. Right? Guess what he did to her? He sues her. Defamation. For sure. Right? Yeah. The dude, he's already ahead of the game. Right. That's why if you don't like 50 Cent, I feel bad for you, because he's been teaching so many different ways to make money, to stay relevant. He ain't have a hot album in so long. And look, last thing is this. He just had the fourth biggest grossing tour. Oh, the tour? All these rappers. Yeah. They got better careers.
I love his shows.
You see what I'm saying?
He ain't talk about the shows.
He said this. I don't even tour in the States if I don't have. So I go out the country because they know me.
For sure.
That is businessman, dog.
Let me ask you this. Then.
50.
Do you ever think 50 gonna get bullied? Is it ever gonna be?
Can't bully, huh?
No, hold on. Now, don't do that.
Can't bully 50.
Man, listen.
On no
at
coast.
the end of the day, hey, every dog got his day.
Man.
I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Every dog has his day. So I'm gonna ask you, because I know you love 50. I'm gonna ask you 2 questions here, and we're gonna sign off like this on 25-10 for the win, because you know we're gonna always give it to you authentic and real. 2 questions for my boy Shady McCoy. Crazy work.
I don't even need the cards.
Is 50 Cent the most respected in the industry? And then my last question, do you ever think he would get trolled or would somebody bully him?
All right, so I'm going to answer the first one. I'm going to answer the first question, which your last question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's never going to bully 50. You crazy? Not are you, is you crazy? Is you crazy?
Why you feel that?
How you going to bully 50?
Why?
He ain't no sucker. He ain't no chump. And he ain't one of the rappers that's trying to rap. Like, he actually lived everything.
You think he really like that?
I mean, my God, yeah. Yes.
You just said he corporate and he teaching all, so you think he really still street like that?
Some things you just don't, some things you just can't forget. Jay-Z is doing great things in the business world. He is from RC Projects. He do know something. Is there certain dudes that got it? 50 Cent's one of them.
So you don't think Suge could bully him?
Nah.
Suge Knight a bully. Man. Welcome to Death Row. Suge Knight a bully 50 Cent. I said it. West Side.
Suge Knight?
Yeah, Suge Knight.
He booked.
It don't matter.
Oh, he could bully.
I'll make a call right now. Tell Suge to get. You want me to stir some shit up?
Yo, Suge's washed.
No, whoa.
Yeah, he's washed.
Just because he in jail? I mean, you know, he did some crazy. You know,
no, he was washed before he got to jail though. He was washed though.
I mean, because he blew a lot of money. You know,
I don't know what he did. I just know that he washed.
How?
He had great.
He got respect though. Suge is
I don't know.
one of the most respected.
Oh, I don't know
in the music industry game.
Listen, bro. I don't know nothing about
50 ain't messing with him on the music side.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What I mean? Do you see the deals that he done?
You just told me that one dude blew the money, and the other one's still making more money.
Yeah, but what did he make in rap?
Who?
50 Cent.
One of the best albums we've ever even.
One of the best albums.
One of the greatest albums we've ever seen.
Suge don't rap, and guess how much he made off rap. So what does that tell you?
I don't know what he made. I don't know what he got. What's he got now?
Man, he made over 500 million. What do you mean?
Just make sure you push 5 when he call. Next question.
Hey, man, there you have it, man. Another great episode of 25-10. It's the one and only Shady McCoy, man. I'm your boy, DeSean Jackson, man. Salute. Hey, look, like, follow, subscribe. We got new partnerships coming, man. Y'all stay tuned. Hey, right here. Welcome to Death Row, baby.
Yeah, okay. 4-0 when I touch down. Got a whole series on lockdown. If they looking for me, tell them pipe down. Look, we up to the test. You want hang with the best. We had direct tech. Let's go.